Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Shane Eikenberry, and you're watching another episode of I Can Barbecue. I was going through editing today's video and realized I never recorded an intro. So this is that. This is the intro. It's a really fun video. I hope you guys enjoy it. It's a 9.5 pound pork butt we're going to do out on the Traeger. We're going to run that at 250 straight through. Got a really cool brine we're going to put on it. Should be a good video. Hope you guys enjoy it. I'll see you next week. Peace. All right, so to start, we have this beautiful 9.5 pound pork butt. It's looking excellent. It's already in the bag because we're not going to do any trimming at all. Any fat that's in there, we're just going to let it hang and cook it as is. It's like I said, 9.5 pound bone-in pork butt. All right, let's get this brine started. All right, the brine is actually going to be pretty simple. We got 2 cloves of garlic here. We're going to crush them. You can already smell it. It smells delicious. Then got some green onion. Just gonna chop this up a bit. No idea what I'm doing here. I'm not a chef, guys, so don't kill me. Don't care about it being fine. Just want it manageable. All right. Now we have 3 whole onions. Just want to slice.
You said 3 whole onions.
All right, now we have 3 whole lemons. Just gonna slice these ones up. The amount of flavor on this board right now is just insane. All right, now we're gonna actually start the brine here. Got a 2.5 gallon hefty bag, and I got 4 cups of apple juice. This is gonna be a disaster. Let's see. All right, and got 4.5 cups of apple juice. Not as bad as I thought. Not my first rodeo. 1/2 cup of apple cider vinegar. Smells like garbage. Just the apple cider vinegar, not the entire thing. 3 whole lemons. Just get them in there. We'll mix them in a bit. About 1/4 cup of peppercorn. The actual peppercorns, you guys can see, 1/4 cup. Dump it in there. Some rosemary. Not sure about how much. It's just like a bushel that we buy from the store. A generic amount, I'm sure it says on there, but whatever the bushel is that you buy from the store. Kind of you want to spread that around. This one's a little bit harder to maneuver once it's in the bag. So we're going to try and work it in there the best we can. All right. Same for the green onion, just kind of a generic amount. Whatever you can buy from the store. Dump it in. And then 2 whole cloves of garlic crushed. Kind of mixed it in there. Got it with my last handful. Scoop all this up. And you just want to work those ingredients around in there. And if you're doing this in like Tupperware or a bucket, you may want to use a little bit more apple juice because you want enough to cover the entire pork butt. Get some of that air out. We're gonna get it in the fridge for 24 hours. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the time has come. This thing has been in the brine for almost 24 hours now. It's about 11 p.m. on Saturday night. Gonna cook this thing, have it ready for lunch tomorrow, so we're gonna do an overnight cook. Full transparency, we actually did catch a leak in the bag. The bones kind of snagged this hefty bag and put a leak in it. We had to switch out bags and then put it in one of the big pans. And because we did end up laying it down in this aluminum pan, it exposed half the meat here. So I want to make sure you guys know if you do it the same way, you're going to want to flip that midway through just to make sure that the other side of the meat gets covered in that brine as well, and it has a chance to soak in all those flavors. All right, I'm going to get this thing cleaned up, then get some seasoning on it. Stay tuned. All right, guys, and here she is. Got her out of that mix. You're gonna wanna fight me when you have to pick all those peppercorns out, but I promise it's definitely worth it using the peppercorns. They add a ton of flavor, but you do have to pick them out, and it's a terrible process, but the flavor you're gonna get from it is excellent. Yeah, she has that brown tint to it. She soaked up a lot of that flavor, as you can see. I went ahead, patted her down just a little bit, left a little moisture on there just so these rubs could stick a little better. So we're gonna go ahead and get these rubbed up now. We're gonna go all Meat Church, so I'm gonna start with the Holy Voodoo. Gives it a really excellent flavor, a little spice to it. I'm gonna get that on the bottom here. Keep in mind, I'm doing this for the camera. I'm sorry if it's not the best spread. Want to get in all the little nooks and crannies. Only doing a light layer of the Voodoo. Make sure you get all the sides. Bottom, this little fat cap. You guys trim your pork butts with a fat cap on the bottom? Let me know in the comments, I'm interested. All right, now we're gonna move on to the second rub. It's the Holy Gospel. This will give it a little sweet and savory flavor, and it has a really great color and provide a good amount of bark on the outside of this pork butt. I don't know if you guys can tell, but this one has a lot more texture. All right, I don't know if you can tell, but Kayla took over filming. Let me know my tripod skills were weak. All right, she's looking real good. Gonna give her a couple seconds to rest while that grill comes up to temp. Then we're gonna get her out there. We're gonna be running the pit at 250 today, or well, tonight. She'll probably go, this is 9.5 pounds, 12, 13 hours, maybe a little more. Haven't decided if I'm gonna wrap yet, but you guys will figure that out along with me. I'll keep you posted on that one. All right, gonna get out in the pit in a little bit, stay tuned. All right, gonna put her here at the end, furthest away from the smokestack. I'm doing this on a 780 Pro. Fat side up or down, does not matter. I go fat side down because I found I get better bark on the top. Just my preference, feel free to do what you'd like. We have one more step, I'm gonna show you that now. Well, in 1 second, I'm gonna get it set up and show you that. So if you're running this on a Traeger, you already know they don't produce the most moisture in the world. So we're actually gonna use that brine that we made, put it in a pan, and what that's gonna do is, throughout the cook, it'll produce a ton of steam, and that steam will provide moisture to the meat and a ton of flavor. There we go. And we'll check on that every few hours, just make sure it doesn't dry up and burn. But for right now, we're just gonna let it go. All right, see you guys in a few hours. All right, ladies and gents, it's about 4:30 a.m. We're gonna get a look at these pellets. Not bad. Needs a refill, but not bad. And here goes nothing. First look at the pork butt. Oh boy. Check that bad boy out. Really nice bark on there. Get to see a little pull through with that bone. She's looking real good. Got a good amount of moisture. I'll probably top that off. Alright, gonna top that moisture off, add some pellets, and I have one thing I'm gonna do to the pork butt. I'll show you that. Give me 1 second. Alright guys, gonna show you, went ahead and ran the ThermoPro to it. It's at 167, so that's 5 hours in. It's at 167. Alright, I'll show you where I put it. Boom. Right there in the middle. You wanna make sure you don't hit that bone at all. Yeah, right there in the middle, pretty good spot. About midway in. Should give me a good reading. Alright, she probably actually just entered the stall, so we're going to let her go for a few more hours. I'll set an alarm on this. When it hits 195 is when we want to pull it off there. Of course, we'll check for tenderness first, but that's around the temp I'm thinking it's going to be ready. Alright, going back to bed. I will see you guys in a bit. Alright, just a little quick pro tip. If you're running these in Florida, go ahead and Ziploc bag that thing up, because you know it's probably going to rain anytime now. Clear sky, doesn't matter. It'll rain. Alright, for those of you running the same ThermoPro as me and you want to set a meat alarm, it's pretty simple. You want to make sure this is selected up here in the left hand corner, you see, and how you do that right here, this little alarm button, I guess. You want to make sure that's off.
that's on. We're running it for food and not barbecue, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit here on food. You see it's already set at 195, but to set that, you just hold it down. See me go back and forth, 194, 195, 194, 195. I'm gonna leave it at 195. And to confirm it, I'm gonna hit mode light. Boom, it's set. Once that meat hits 195, this thing's gonna get real annoying, wake me up, and hopefully we're gonna be able to pull that pork butt off there. All right, going back to bed, peace. All right, ladies and gents, here we go. Let's get a look at her. Oh my gosh. Look at it. Oh, looks delicious. See how tender she is? Just, oh my gosh. Yeah, she's ready to go. Alright, there's a few ways you can tell if she's done. 195 is a pretty good indicator. You also want to check for tenderness. The third way, you can just take this bone, see if it pulls. Pulls pretty easily. I know I'm going to be able to pull that right out when it cools down. Good to go. Alright, we're going to get her in a foil pan and give her a rest. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, not sure if I went over it or not, but this was an 11-hour cook. Started at 11:30 p.m. last night and it went to about 10:30 a.m. this morning. A 2-hour rest. We're finally going to bust into it. I'm super excited. Here goes nothing. Look at this bad boy. All right. This bone should pull right out pretty easily. Oh, kind of pulling the bottom off there. There we go. Clean bone. Not bad. That hook kind of messed me up with the pull out, but we're good. All right, and now we just want to pull it. So all you got to do, no knife required. Just kind of bust into that bad boy. Pull it apart. Oh my God, it looks delicious. Got some mussels down here. You probably wouldn't use these mussels in competition, but because we're just using it for tacos and sandwiches and things like that, we're good to go. Look at this. You guys seeing that? Like, how good does that look? Looks incredible. So much moisture in there. You can see all the moisture. Good smoke ring. Really nice bark there. This is going to be spectacular. Alright, gonna back you guys up, give this stuff a taste test. Here we go. Alright, as you can tell by my hands, this has a ton of moisture in it. We're gonna try a piece without bark. There we go. It's so good. Just dissolves. It's incredible. Let's find a good barky piece. Alright. That one has a lot of bark. I'm excited about this. The flavor is just insane. That brine with the lemon and peppercorn, God, really shines through. You can taste it in every bite. You can even kind of like see just how much moisture we got there. This stuff pulls apart like nothing. Just, oh my God. This is some incredible stuff, guys. I highly recommend trying it out. Look, I'll just blindly grab a piece and I'll show you the moisture on it. Let's see, this one. Yep. Look at that. Can you see just how much moisture we got? Smoke ring right there. Just a ton of moisture. Pulls right apart. Super delicious. Look at my gloves, just from handling it. Soaked. All right, so let's talk about what we did. It was actually a really simple cook. The brine was probably the most difficult part, and that's only the apple juice, apple cider vinegar, those peppercorns, lemon, and rosemary. I hope that's it. I think that's it. Yeah, get all that in the bag. Make sure it covers this the whole pork butt. Get it in there. Anything above 10 hours brining, you're probably good. 24 hours is ideal.
Then just season it with whatever you'd like. We use that Meat Church Holy Gospel and the Voodoo. We got it out there on the pit at 250 using some apple wood pellets. We used the brine in the water pan to add some moisture to the cook. Then it just went 11 hours unwrapped. And this thing came out, as you can see, super tender, a ton of moisture. I did give it a 2-hour rest. That's ideal for this large of a piece of meat. Hour to 2 hours, but nothing less than that, I would say. You really want to give it time to have all those juices soak back into the meat so you don't lose them all when you pull it. Really simple cook, perfect for tacos or pulled pork sandwiches. You can do it overnight, have it ready for lunch the next day. Highly recommend it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time. Peace.